Get ready, Crystal Beach, Texas. Mardi Gras is rolling in Saturday, February 14th at 11:30 a.m. The Mardi Gras Parade 2026 takes over Bolivar Peninsula with beads, music, and coastal fun. It's a Valentine's Day, a 3-day weekend, and President's Day Monday. Make it the perfect time for family and friends and beach vibes. Bring the kids, catch the parade, enjoy local food, live music, and make memories on the sand. Celebrate Mardi Gras Texas style in Crystal Beach, Texas, February 14th. Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again, we're kicking off the year with Beth Appleby, with Abby Holiday, and I want to start the new year off on a different note. Let's talk about someone buying a home. Do they want to buy it as a second home or an income property?
So it goes back to
Long term.
What are your goals? What are you, right? So we all wrote our little New Year's resolutions, which I hate doing, but anyway.
I know.
But instead of New Year's resolution, let's talk about what are your hopes and dreams, right?
Okay.
And I always like to say when I meet new clients, like if I could wave a magic wand and say you could have whatever house you wanted to have, what would it be and why?
Mm-hmm.
Why would it be that? And so, for example, like we did this now 3 years, right, that I've been down here. I had written, we do business planning every year at Abby Holiday in the fall. And every year our office manager makes us say, come up with a why. Why are we doing this? Why are we going to work every day? Why are we selling houses? So several years ago, I put down there, I want to buy a beach house. Tim has always been a beach person. He's always wanted a beach house. I wanted to be able to say, hey, look, we can buy our beach house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I, for a while, thought, well, we can get one and it can be a second home.
Mm-hmm.
I was never, working with people who rent, I was never really big on the income property thing because that's a business. Mm-hmm. And so that's where we have the split, right? A second home is a home that you can use and enjoy at your will, your freedom. You wake up on a Thursday afternoon and it's been an awful week. You can jump in the car and go down and sit on your deck and enjoy, walk the beach, go to Tia's and get something good to eat, go to Stingery's and sit on their deck. It makes all the world better, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to make plans. You don't have to worry about is it occupied.
It's
your home. You can leave your clothes in the closet. You can leave your toothbrush in the sink. You don't have to pack a bag.
Right.
It's your home, right? When you have an income property, it is no longer your home, and this is where people get confused. An income property is your business. And if you don't set it up as a business from the day we're looking for it, not the day after you bought it.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
And so that's what we really, and then it changes how you borrow against it. A second home, your lending qualifications are quite different than an income property.
Right. Well, and even on insurance.
Yeah, insurance is very different. You have an income property, you have to have different insurance policies.
Right.
So, I have a tickle in my throat, sorry about that. Yeah, so it goes all the way back. You have to backtrack all the way to what you're having, this little dream, this magic wand moment, your why.
And it all comes back to one of our first shows, long-term planning. We talk about
this all the time?
Every show it all
refers
refers back.
To you, long-term planning.
You can't do an impulse buy.
No.
It's long-term planning whenever you're coming in to a beach house.
It is. And when you think about it, it is an investment, right? Everything that you do is an investment.
Right.
Is this going to be an investment that's going to be a 5-year investment or a 3-year investment or a 10-year investment? If you have money in a 401k, or you have it in a money market, or you have it in the stock market, or you have a financial advisor, or you don't, you're still thinking, what is the return I'm going to get on this investment? And you have to think about that even if it's your second home.
Yeah.
But more so if it's going to be an income property. You got to make sure you're going to get that rate of return.
Well, and it comes back to you know, like right now we've got a lot of homes. Doing your homework, working with a realtor that does her homework and can show you, okay, this house is on the tax base for this, it was income property, this is what it brought in,
Right.
this is what a comparable home is selling for,
Right.
so that you can make the educated decision. Is it a good buy, whether it's a first home or second home, first home, or an income property? It all comes down
or
to,
is it your retirement home?
Right.
Which is that's a whole different thing to look at when you're looking at retirement
Right,
home.
because then you're on a fixed income.
Well, you're on a fixed income, but also you're going to look for things inside that house that are going to age with you.
Right.
Because we don't like to talk about it, but that's...
Everyone gets older.
Everyone
I feel it
gets
every
older.
morning. So.
And you know, we noticed that trend here where people come down because they bought their retirement home and then they end up not staying long term. Like they're here for a couple of years.
And it's usually grandkids have grown up and they want to go to their soccer game, like you talked in the last show.
They blew their knee.
Right.
And they didn't have a lift,
and they don't want to go up and down
they
the
gotta
stairs.
Right. I mean, there's so many different things. But really back to the why, your long-term goals, and then understanding the difference between. And can you turn your second home in? We have a second home in College Station. It is not an income property.
Right.
It's a second home. Will it become an income property?
At some point,
At some point, maybe, depending, and it'll be depending on the market. Is the market great for selling the house? Am I going to make money? It's not going to be an income property. I'm going to sell that house and buy a house someplace else.
Right.
If the market's not great, I might make it an income property when we're finished using it with our time at College Station.
Right.
But there's definitely, you have to know, you have to have a plan.
And that's what it all comes back to. And it's funny, every show we do,
we're
we
always
talk
back
about
to long-term goals, having a plan.
Right.
And involving not just the real, like me, yes.
Right.
But now
Your
we're going to talk
mortgage.
about your mortgage. You're going to talk about your tax person.
Right.
If you have a CPA, are you going to do an LLC? Are you not going to do an LLC? Now we need to definitely talk about if you're doing income property, you might want to do it as an LLC.
Right.
If you're doing a second home, it's just a second home.
Right.
If you have it as an LLC, now you've changed things.
Right.
Oh, then we could confuse them all. We could start getting into, is it in the family trust?
Right. Right.
So many things, but there's so many opportunities, and 26 is going to be such a great year for it. I'm
Well,
really
and that's what I wanted to get across is, you know, it's the start of the year. Start making your goals towards the end of the year. You know, summer vacations, what are you going to do? And if you've been thinking about a home, really dive into it and start doing your, a lot of people.
January, February is a great time to buy.
That, and a lot of people, I want to buy a beach house. And a lot of people end up planning and doing research and working with a realtor for 3 and 4 and 6, 8 months before they actually start looking.
But
They're just getting the feel.
You know when we have the houses that fall apart and don't work, is because they came down on vacation, they called the agent on the sign, and they bought the house.
Right, right.
You know, we got a plan. We need
long-term plans. So.
We got to have some goals.
We do this show every Monday, and it's talking something about real estate. A lot of times, every once in a while, I do a beach show, but it's always with Beth Appleby. So, Beth, what's a way they can get hold of you if they want a home for 2026?
The best way to get hold of me is to call me. Call me or text me. 540-209-1918. Leave a message if I don't answer. Because I'm showing a house.
That's right.
Just send me a text.
And it doesn't matter whether it's on Bolivar, Galveston, College Station, North Texas. She's been selling a little bit of everything everywhere. So we're going to head on out. Welcome to 2026. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. Video equipment is sponsored by Crystal Beach Decor and More, located at 1959 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, and Beachy Beatnik Boutique and Jewelry, located at 970 Surfside and Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas. Thank you to these two businesses for being our 2025 video equipment sponsor for Bolivar Live.